January 1, 2021. The appointment of Ryan Olmeyer to Keokuk Barge Commission, term to expire January 1, 2022. Sidewalk display permit, Joystick, 714 Main Street. Motion to pay the bills and transfer is listed within registers number 4974 to 4976. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda, including the consent agenda?
So move.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 7, consider resolution approving the second reading of ordinance number 1979, rezoning lots 1 through 6, block 41, Reed's Edition, lots 1 and 2 from R2 single family dwelling district to M2 heavy industrial district, and lots 3, 4, 5, and 6 from R3 two-family dwelling to M-2 heavy industrial district. We have a motion to approve.
So move.
Second.
Second. Any discussion?
Just add, this is the, sorry.
Was that Roger?
Yes.
This is the Roquette building, rezoning for the section for their new office building. So and we are working with Bud Stein to work on the next section of vacating some alleyway and a few other things that need to happen for that to get expansion to occur.
Okay, we've had a motion. We've had the motion, the first, the second, and do we have a roll call vote then?
Yes. Payne.
Aye.
Dade.
Aye.
Hellenball.
Aye.
Mortimer.
Aye.
Greenwald.
Aye.
Bryant.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 9, consider resolution setting a public hearing. Excuse me, we're on item number 8. Consider resolution approving the second reading of an ordinance number 1980, amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Keokuk to repeal Chapter 2.50 to 2.16 and adopt Chapter 1.15 regarding the method of city elections. Motion to approve.
So move.
Second.
Second.
I think if you all recall, this is the vote to moving it to a simple majority, correct?
Yep.
We need a roll call, please.
Payne.
Aye.
Dade.
Aye.
Hellenball.
Aye.
Mortimer.
Aye.
Greenwald.
Aye.
Bryant.
Aye. Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I'd make a motion that we waive the third reading.
Point of order, that you don't have 7, so you can't waive.
Oh, yep.
Gotta
Sorry.
have second.
Thank you anyway, though. Appreciate it. Okay, item number 9. Consider resolution setting a public hearing for 6:30 p.m. February 1, 2018 in the City Council Chambers, 415 Blondo Street, for disposal of 1113 and 1117 Concert Street.
Point of order, there's actually a typo. It says February 1st, but if you look at the resolution, it's actually February 15th. So when the motion's made, please amend the motion to include February 15th.
So you need a motion to amend this to February 15th.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? Does everybody know that what this is? This is where they're gonna build a house with money from Southeast Iowa Regional Planning Commission.
No, this one is, this is the Keokuk Neighborhood Initiative.
Okay?
So Southeast Iowa Regional Planning is doing the one up on Orleans. I think it's 1512 Orleans. This one is actually a development with the group that Tim Peevler's heading up. There's a donation from Roquette that was pretty substantial, and this is to build new infill lots throughout Keokuk, new homes on infill lots throughout Keokuk, and they have identified this lot as a lot for building. So it's nice to see some of those vacant lots from demolitions turn around and see some growth on them. So
Stand corrected. I read the wrong section. Thank you.
Yep.
We've had a motion, a second. We've had discussion.
This is to amend the
The resolution, yes.
Yep.
The date.
Okay?
All in favor?
Oh, you don't need a roll call on this. Okay, all in favor of moving the the date, or excuse me, correcting the date to February 15th. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Now we need a motion to go ahead and consider the resolution. So do we have a motion to consider the resolution now?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. 10A. Now is the time and place for public hearing to consider bids received for the replacement of River Road and Indian Hills lift stations. A public hearing notice was published in the Daily Gate City on December 29th, 2017. I am now opening the hearing at 6:38 p.m. Hearing is open.
Mark, did you want to go over this or?
You want to talk about it? It's the replacement of the River Road and Indian Hills lift station, long past their due. Trying to change it up. We're going to add some holding capacity, and then backup generation, and bring the controls up to snuff. So,
Mark, I have a question on our lift stations. Are all of our lift stations running the same control boxes, the same types of pumps and stuff? Are they unified, or are they just?
right now they're random. I would like to get it. I guess.
More unified?
More unified, but each station has different pumps, and then I don't necessarily want to lock in with a particular pump provider unless a pump provider can provide me a way of feeling comfortable.
Right.
So
Though my only concern was parts as far as what we have to stock for backup and stuff like that. That's the only thing I was.
yeah, in discussions, if we would sole source with a certain provider, obviously they'd try to make sure more parts are available. But I don't think we're at the position to do so yet.
What about our generators? They're probably all pretty much standard though, aren't they, or close?
We got a mixed bag. The 3 generators on lift station will all be the same brand.
Any other discussion?
Just wanted to bring up the the issue that came up with this bid. It's actually not an issue. It's a reason that we put it in the purchasing policy. Is we will in this bid we had a local preference that is being utilized. The bids were within 400. The low bids were within $442 of each other, which turns out to be 0.0007% of the bid. And so obviously knowing that it's that close, the recommendation is to go with the local company, which would be Keokuk Contractors, in the award of the bid. Obviously this is just a public hearing on that, but as a discussion during the public hearing, you need to be aware that the bids were that close and that you are being recommended to move forward with a local preference. The low bid was DNL Excavation out of Liberty, Illinois. They are a great contractor. They did a fantastic job on the paver project in Rand Park. Very good to work with. It's nothing to do with their work. It's everything to do with the fact of, for $442, you can keep money local and recirculating within the community. So that's why local preference provisions exist in purchasing policies.
How many bids do we have?
What's that?
How many bids do we have?
3 bids. So DNL Excavation was low bid at $623,429, and then Keokuk Contractors was $623,871, and then
Third bid was $677,800, maybe.
$755
That's close.
to be exact.
That's close.
But anyway, and that was Myers.
Any further discussion? Have we had any written comments or objections that have been received?
None that I'm aware of.
There being no more comments or objections of the matter, we'll close the public hearing at 6:42 p.m. Item 10B.
Make a motion
Do you need to make a motion on this?
to set the public hearing.
To what?
To set the public hearing.
We just
Are
had.
we on?
No. We're on 10B.
Oh, sorry.
Now we are. Consider resolution authorizing the mayor to accept the bid from Keokuk Contractors of Keokuk, Iowa for the replacement of the River Road and Indian Hills lift stations. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item 11, consider a resolution to approve a 5-year capital improvement program at the Keokuk Municipal Airport.
Okay, the 5-year plan here obviously has some pretty high numbers on it. Ron was talking to me about prior to the meeting about how high these are. The thing I would say is that you're not committing to these expenditures. These are projects that have been identified. The replacement of the lights, at some point, those lights will need to be replaced. They're having some failures out there. They're getting fixed over time, but from talking with Greg, it sounds like they're an identified need. You're not committing to spending $326,000 in year 2021. You're just saying that this is a project that has merit. Now, actually identifying the local match at some point, you would need to do if you wanted to authorize that project, but this plan does not force you into doing any of those projects. The DOT just requires that you file these 5-year capital improvement plans with them, and many times they'll require that you identify things that they view as safety issues on that plan within the future, within the near future. So, is that fair?
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
We're not authorizing these projects. They'll be in there, and they will try to get funds for it. Then they'll be back to us
Yep.
for matching.
Yeah, so when we go through capital projects, that's when you would actually authorize them in the budget year. So that would be the final go-ahead. And then obviously there's a procedural work where you actually have to approve the grant application and all that type of stuff when it comes up. But no, at this point you are not spending that money. It's just identifying future projects.
So we need a motion to consider that resolution, correct?
Mhm.
Do we have a motion to consider the resolution?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
Any further comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Item 12, consider resolution setting a public hearing for 6:30 PM Thursday, February 1st, 2018 in the City Council Chambers, 415 Blondo Street, on a proposal to vacate and dispose of a 20-foot by 300-foot improved alleyway in Block 41 of Reed's Addition, City of Keokuk, Lee County, Iowa, and that proper notices be published.
This project, this is the second part of vacations, taking care of the alleyways for the Rocat office building project. So
So moved.
So moved. Second?
Second it.
Second, Larry. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Any committee reports?
just wanted to mention we did have we had a historic preservation commission meeting yesterday, and then as part of that they were identifying future commission members. Councilmember Greenwald has been nice enough to offer his help to that commission, which I think will be great to have more communication between historic preservation and the council, just knowing that there's been struggles within that commission. And then also we've Dan Wynn has also offered to go on that, so that both of those members will be on historic preservation once the council supports their appointment. I think that they've got a good action plan moving forward as far as identifying certified local government status to increase grant opportunities, and also working with Grand Theater and other organizations that want to have historic district designation with them, trying to help make that happen, because there's been a considerable amount of work 10 years ago to try and make that happen, that just has not gotten across the finish line. So hopefully we're able to increase tourism and increase awareness of the historic properties we have here in Keokuk. So it was a good meeting. And then on another note, there's several items that need to go through infrastructure committee and facilities committee and a few other things that will be coming up. So along with the strategic planning that we've got coming up in February, here's my plug. Make sure you get everything back to the mayor so that we can get that all compiled. But we'll have some of those committees coming up and talking about some issues that have been waiting for the new council to sit down. I apologize for not having a workshop today, but frankly, I just did not have things that were ready for it. They really need to go through committee before they come to the workshop. They're just not ready. So,
Any new business? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
Second it.
discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.
Casey and the Sunshine Band get down tonight. So that's going to wrap it up for me, Hill Bailey. Thanks for joining me. Thirsty Thursday done. I'm really excited. I can't wait for the weekend. Finally, Friday comes our way tomorrow. Have a great night.
WCEZ 93.9.
Will I never be to Spain?